everyone. So today we're going to do bridge pose and also a shoulder stand. So watch this space for this. So before we start, as usual, feet hip width apart, rolling those shoulders back and down, and a few big inhales through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Perfect, keep going. So we're just doing this to really regulate the breath and start to get a bit of calm in the body before starting the session. Perfect. Let's head straight down onto the mat. So coming down onto the bum, and then you can just use your legs to just roll back, down, onto the mat. So really nice. So you want to have the whole of your back touching the floor and bring those heels in, so you can just sort of, with your hands, if you go from side to side, just touch your heels if possible, and just relax down into the mat initially. Really good. So we're going to come up into a bridge first. So you really want to brace the core and also the glutes. And then as you inhale, just lift up the glutes off the floor and just coming up. So the aim is to have a straight line from your knees, hips to your chest. So you don't want to have a droopy bum, but you don't want to sort of push your belly and hips up too high. You're just aiming for that straight line. And just let palms just rest onto the floor. So just really get used to this pose to start with. So you just want to feel a good stretch in your quads, in the top of your legs, and again, glutes engaged. So just have a few deep breaths here. And then one more breath. And then slowly, as you exhale, just from the top of your spine, just slowly start vertebra by vertebra, peeling your back onto the floor until your bum drops down. Perfect. Well done. Well done. So we'll slowly do that again, and I'll give you a bit of a different option now with the hands. So again, inhale, bracing abs, bracing glutes. Slowly rise up. And again, aim to have a line, knees, hips and chest. And just holding here, so just really pushing strongly into the soles of your feet. And just trying to keep those legs as still as possible. So the option with the hands is you can just slowly interlace them underneath your lower back, which helps, and just roll your shoulders back and down. So it just helps to keep the bum up a bit higher. But again, you're not sort of overextending up, you're just keeping a good line down, but you're just sort of coming onto your shoulders a little bit more here. So this also might increase the stretch on your quads. So again, just holding this position and just really feeling the strength of your legs. So just having a good few deep breaths here. And then if your arms were interlaced, just slowly release them, palms back on the floor, and then vertebra by vertebra, rolling back down until your lower back is also on the floor. Really nice. So at this halfway point, we'll just hug our legs in, so bring knees up, and just give yourself a good hug. Maybe just rocking slightly from side to side, getting a bit of motion in the hips. Coming back to neutral and then placing those feet back on the floor. So just checking your alignment again. See if you can, touch your heel, if you move your arms from side to side. So the options now is you can do what we've just done, or I'm going to do the hard bridge option, which some people call wheel. So for that, with your hands, you want to place them just next to your shoulders, so your wrists are facing away and your fingers are facing down towards your feet. Again, you're just making sure your feet are near your bum, just to give you a bit of balance. And then again, as you inhale, you're pushing up with your bum, and then really engaging your arms here to push up with the arms. So you're coming up. I did click a bit there if you heard. So you're really just pushing away with the arms and pushing up with the belly. So just trying to feel secure in this position, and then breathing deeply and just holding here. So just, if you need to drop down at any point, just slowly lower down with the head, and you can just slowly roll back down if you need to have a little break at any point, or if not, just staying up into full bridge or wheel. So a couple of deep breaths here. And then last one. And then slowly drop down one vertebra at a time, and then drop down with your wrists. Really good. So if you haven't done wheel or bridge in a while, that you might want to just do it in short bursts, so just take your time there. And then as we're lying down, we'll just slowly move our wrists from side to side, because it can be quite a lot on the wrist because you're really bending them like that to support your body. So just slowly give your wrist a little shake from side to side. Just keep breathing. And drop down. Really nice. So last but not least is we're going to do a shoulder stand. So we're just going to come up slightly with our hips. So bringing your, coming up into the bridge pose like we were just in, and just feeling secure here. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you with the hands, and then we'll drop down and do this properly, is you want your hands to sort of be under your hips here. So this is where your hands are going to be, so really supporting your hips, okay? So that's where the hands need to be. So just drop down. So I was just showing you that for that position. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll our legs up here, and then just slowly we want to rock back. So we're getting the weight more onto the upper back. So just slowly rock back, just slightly rolling. So you might want to use your hands, palms facing on the floor. And then like I showed you in the bridge position, you want to just push your hands so you're resting on the sort of hip bone onto your pelvis, okay? So your legs are up like this. And then just, you can keep in this position and just slowly move your elbows away and just slowly start to straighten the legs up. So you're really using your pelvis for support here, legs pointed high to the sky. So just keep breathing here, squeezing those glutes. So you've really formed a good sort of structure with your arms to support your legs. And if you need to drop down at any point, you can just slowly bend the legs, release the tension around the hands and the hips, and just slowly roll down. Okay? So let's just show that again, so you can keep your hands down. So the reason I came up onto the bridge was just to show you where you want to put your hands, okay? So you don't come up that way for shoulder stand, but I'm just demonstrating with the hands. So again, shoulder stand, rolling back, palms on the floor, and then you're really pushing up with the legs, so your hands are on your hips, maybe moving your elbows forward so you've got a good support, and then just straighten the legs. So you do not want to have any weight on your neck, it's on your, it's called a shoulder stand, okay? So just really making sure it's just on your shoulders and top of back, and just maybe pointing the toes to make it a bit more delicate position. So holding here, keep breathing. and then slowly you can bend the legs, and then slowly roll all the way down, feet back onto the floor. Amazing, really, really, really good. So hugging the legs in again, maybe just rocking slightly from side to side. And then you can use your legs to just come up into a seated position. So I really recommend you just taking your time with this sequence, particularly the wheel pose can be a lot on your wrists, and also doing the shoulder stand, it is shouldered, so please don't put any weight on your neck and just take your time going up into that position. And if it feels uncomfortable at any point, please stop. So caveats here, so just please be careful when practicing this. But for now, thank you so much, and we're going to end with a big inhale through the nose, reaching arms high. Exhale, palms to heart center. One more, big inhale, reach up. Palms together, and then exhale down. Amazing, really good job today, well done, and namaste.